So you ready to disrupt the disc training world? Here we go. First, I'd like to get a show of hands. How many of you have participated in some type of personality styles training in your organization? All right, almost everybody. Beautiful. So, you know what that tells me? It means it must be infused into your culture, embedded into the cultural DNA. I have a feeling it's part of managers, how they delegate, salespeople, how they sell, customer service reps, how they talk to customers. Raise your hand if that's true. Wait a second here. I'm not seeing a lot of hands here. This is the problem, isn't it? We're taking people, we're teaching them about personality styles, but it's just not sticking. So we need to change the way we think about how we teach people about ourselves and how we teach people about the people in their world. And here, let's go down to the basics. So I often use the DISC model. In fact, I used DISC for many years. And DISC, it becomes like an alphabet soup of letters. The problem is that people learn the letters, but we've even sucked the word away from the letters, so we don't even remember what the letter stands for anymore. And so the challenge is we've got all these letters, we have to memorize them, and they're just not becoming a part of how we communicate and how we work with others. So what I'd like to do with us today is reinvent how we teach people about themselves and how we can incorporate that in the culture in which we live in. So I'm going to get rid of the letters. Let's just get them and toss them aside here. We're going to swap them out for some very interesting characters, and I've got these 4 bird types that I'm going to talk to you about. So the first one is I want to get from you, when you think of an eagle, first word you think of, what do you think? Results, leadership, direct, confident, right? Notice, right, we're from Philly, so we like the Eagles here. But here's the thing, right? Yeah, I didn't have to tell you what an eagle is. You already know. How about parrot? What do you think of? Fun, talkative, social. They are upbeat, energetic, beautiful. Here's the cool part about that. If it's intuitive today, it'll be intuitive 5 years from now. How about the dove? What do you think? First word. Oh, calm, peaceful, harmony, beautiful. But here, you notice what's happening? I don't actually need to show you what these mean because you get it. Our last one. First word that comes to mind when you think of the owl. Wise, beautiful, in harmony. And that's the thing. They're logical, analytical. Every cartoon owl, let's face it, has been drawn as wise, haven't they? So the thing about owls is they are analytical and logical and detail-oriented. Our goal is to make it easy. We try to teach things to people that they forget and they're never going to use it. If you can't remember it, you can't be using it. So let's take the styles and look at not only getting rid of the letters, but how we can deliver training that actually sticks. So see if this captures your typical DISC training program. It starts off with something like, there's no good style, there's no bad style, there's no right, there's no wrong. You're sometimes different at home than you are at work. You're a combination of all the styles. Does that sound familiar? Yes, but the problem is, what we do is we then teach the styles, and it's like taking out an empty folder out of our brain, filling it with DISC wisdom, and then filing it back. Sounds good, right? But the problem is that folder is not connected to anything. So our brain has no way to access that information. There's no possibility that we're going to say, oh, wait a minute, I'm communicating to someone here. I should think about what their style is, because that folder never gets opened. So let's teach it in a new way. Instead of creating a new folder, what we're going to do is take existing folders. Folders your brain opens all the time. Folders that are about communication and delegation and communication and how we manage stress and how we handle our time and how we work with others. And then we're going to wire the 4 styles for each of those skills. Now, what happens in neuroscience, what wires together, fires together. When we wire the 4 skills or the 4 styles to all of these skills, they get accessed. So here, I had this moment a little while back. I was sitting in an airport watching, I'm going to guess a husband and wife, having a conversation. And here's where I tuned in, where it was getting louder. The husband said, I don't understand why a fact isn't a fact, right? You get the owl energy there, right? And she looked at him and she said, well, it's how you said the fact. To which he replied, it doesn't matter how you say a fact. A fact is still a fact. And she looked at him and said, oh, yes, it does. Because here's the thing. He may have gone to a DISC training program 3 weeks ago, but he did not wire himself for the skill set, so it never got triggered. If you wire the skills to the styles, we learn it, we remember it, we can apply it, and then it makes a difference and you can achieve your goals. Thank you, everybody.